President Trump accountable. It's just, I would predict it won't primarily be through the courts. It'll be through public opinion.
Government watchdogs, Congress, ethics advisors, and others will all work to sway public opinion on Trump's conflicts. That could be what got Trump to make the moves he announced yesterday. Public pressure could drive him further toward what the ethics community wants. This battle will rage right up to Inauguration Day and well beyond. In New York, I'm Mark Garrison for Marketplace.
All right, enough about Washington and politics. Los Angeles is, as of this morning, a two-football team city again. Dean Spanos, the billionaire who owns the team formerly known as the San Diego Chargers, made the move after taxpayers in that city rejected a proposal from the franchise to raise taxes to pay for a new stadium. Whether it's going to pay off? Here's Marketplace's Andy Euler.
The Chargers played their first season in the old American Football League in Los Angeles in 1960. They moved to San Diego a year later and stayed there ever since. When San Diegans rejected that tax increase in November, a move seemed inevitable. Now the Chargers will share a stadium with the Rams, who relocated to L.A. last year from St. Louis. Andrew Zimbalist teaches economics at Smith College. He says that means the two teams will share stadium revenue.
Would the owner of the Chargers, would he do better if he had his own stadium? Sure, he would do better. But it doesn't mean that he won't do better in Los Angeles than he was doing in San Diego.
In terms of the two local economies, it probably doesn't matter much. Craig Depkin, a professor of economics at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, says that's because of one of those nerdy economics terms, the substitution effect.
The substitution effect is really dominant. Much of the local spending will just be moved from one source of relaxation and leisure, that is going to a football game, to another source, could be going swimming or skiing or whatever else.
He says NFL franchises don't hire many people. There could be some boost to the Inglewood economy, where the Rams and Chargers stadium will open in 2019, but the place seems to be getting a presence in the nation's second biggest media market. Alan Sanderson teaches economics at the University of Chicago.
I think the National Football League needs Los Angeles more than Los Angeles needs the NFL.
He says that's because the city's two major college football teams, USC and UCLA, already have a big fan base. The struggle for the Rams and now the Chargers is diverting some of those fans to their franchises. I'm Andy Euler for Marketplace.
Apropos of nothing, whatever, a phrase I heard on cable business news this afternoon, Trump tweet risk. On the wider Wall Street today, started really low, ended just a little low. We'll have the details when we do the numbers. Next week, obviously, is going to be a busy one in Washington, D.C. The Congressional Committee on the Inaugural says it has distributed almost 250,000 tickets to the public for the event. 150,000 or so protesters are expected for the Women's March the following day, which is, when you roll all those people and their money together, a business opportunity. One most readily seen, as Marketplace's Adam Allington reports, in the hats.
Hats and politics have always gone well together. At the inauguration, you can expect to see plenty of Trump supporters in those red and white Make America Great Again hats, but the protesters are also getting in on the political hat market.
I have a goal of making hopefully 5 hats a day for the next 10 days.
Allison Sogan has been selling her hand-knit hats on Etsy as part of a viral knitting project. They're called pussy hats because of their cat-shaped ears. Think of it as some old-timey trolling of President-elect Trump. The hats became so popular, in fact, that Sogan actually had to take down her post shortly after it went up.
The first time I posted them in the morning, and by noon that day I had 55 orders.
Sogan says she's working as fast as possible to ship the hats in time for the march. Trump's unexpected victory caused some brief concern for local hotels as Hillary Clinton supporters canceled their reservations. But those rooms were quickly snapped up by Republicans like Nick DeSegli.
On election night, as soon as Hillary Clinton conceded, 4 o'clock in the morning, we were booking our hotel room and airline flights.
DeSegli is on the executive committee of the Florida Republican Party. He says he and his wife plan to attend several high-dollar GOP parties in D.C., the kind of contract any hotel or ballroom would love to have.
The governor of Florida, Rick Scott, is hosting a Florida Sunshine Ball, possibly going to the Texas Ball on Thursday night. We're kind of undecided.
While good for business, having so many liberals and conservatives in proximity to each other sometimes means